Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are making some press-on nails, cherry, teddy bear, cheetah print themed. They'll be very fun. These ones are being made for myself, so I've already pre-sized them to my size and prepped all the tips. I do sell press-on nails. My shop is linked in my description down below. So let's get started. Before I start any nail set, I like to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. Sometimes I will do a full mock-up on my iPad, digitally in color, very descriptive. This time I kind of just wanted to go with the flow. I already did the left hand of these nails, kind of just practicing some techniques. So I've marked out what colors I've used. They're all Beetles polishes, except the bottom two are liner gels I have. So I'm going to start with this Beetles polish as the base nude color. Um, I'm just painting it, and you really want to take your time when painting the base color. Get every little nook and cranny of the nail because they're curved, they're not a flat surface. So I really like to focus on making sure that the edges are all painted because if the base color isn't on there correctly, then the rest of the design is going to be bumpy, it's not going to be smooth. I always like to go in with a second coat of any base color. I think it just adds more depth and it helps keep it more of an even color because I feel like with every gel polish, one coat is never enough. Even if you think it is, I'm just doing that now. Really focusing again on making sure that it's even. These are the liner gels I was talking about earlier that I will be using later in shades red, green, and black. I'm also going to be using a couple more gel Beetles polishes. These ones are used for the French tips and for the cheetah print design I will be doing later. I'm just going to be putting these gel polishes on this candle lid that I use as a palette. Sometimes I don't think it's necessary to go out and buy things specifically for nail art because you're not always going to need a palette. I just like to use things I have around the house. It helps not purchasing unnecessary things and having to get them delivered to your house or even wasting money on things when you could just use something you already have. So I really recommend using a candle lid. It works really well. My only issues with these ones, the gel polish can get stuck in the logo, but they clean up very easily. They're made of metal, so you can even stick your press-on stands on them. So right now I'm just putting the colors I'm going to be using for the French tip. I recently went to the Dollar Tree and I found this super cute brush holder that matches the theme of this set. I use it to store my brushes. It's meant for makeup brushes, but it works great for my most used nail brushes. So the first brush I'm going to be using to do the French tips is this one from Model 1s. These brushes are honestly amazing for the price that they were at. I think they were like $7 Canadian for a whole pack of them. I'm also going in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and this is for the fine details, but I'm mostly using that dotting tool in this set. I'm also using a larger dotting tool to do some 3D designs later. And then finally, I'm going to be using this kind of oval shaped brush. I use it as a cleanup brush. And here's a more rough drawing I did of this set that I'm going to be doing. I noticed there was a rough patch on my nail, and so I just took a little mini nail buffer and I just buffed that out very gently, and it created a nice smooth finish to my nail, ready for some designs. I'm taking some pure acetone to use as kind of a cleanup solution, and I'm putting that in this little damping dish that I have. This works great for cleaning up any messed up spots of gel polish, and I'm just cleaning some of my brushes with them. This is important to always do. I'm next going in and painting the French tip design. I like to be very thorough while doing this, so I included this whole clip in to show you how I go very slow. And it's okay for it not to be perfect when you just freehand it, because I really like to go in and use a cleanup brush to kind of crispen up the shape. After I finish painting, I like to take a brush and just really define the shape and make it nice and crisp. And this is, I feel like, the best way to physically get that line as crisp as possible when you're just painting, unless you have like a really thick liner gel. But I find that liner gels don't really work well for me. I When doing French tips, I prefer to just use regular polish because I find that it levels out and creates an even surface. And as you can see, it is just a nice crisp French tip, and it's just beautiful. When I go in with my second coat of my polish for my French tip, I like to go along the smile line first, but then I kind of just roughly fill it in with the gel polish to get it as even as possible. You don't really have to go as precise as the first coat when you're initially drawing out the design, because with the second one, all you really have to do is just take a cleanup brush and you can kind of see where that smile line is through the second coat. And that way, it saves you a lot of time and it helps get the polish as even as possible. So this is what it looks like. It looks very nice and crisp. I'm going to show you one last time, sped up, how I paint this French tip, just so you can get a better understanding of the process of painting one. And here's what all the French tips look like when I'm done painting them, and they are ready to be designed. I'm going to be going in with the Model 1's Rhinestone Glue Gel. This is a very thick consistency gel, good for 3D designs. I'm just going straight from the bottle, and I'm just squirting out a big glob and using circular motions. I'm also going to be using a dotting tool to create smaller little 3D circles. I'm now going in and starting to make the cherries. I wanted the red part of the actual cherry to be 3D, so I'm again using my dotting tool and the rhinestone glue gel just to create these perfect little circles. These are the liner gel colors I will be using, but first, before I paint the 3D art, I'm going to focus on those two brown French tips. And I'm going to be making these cheetah print or leopard print. I don't know which one it is. Um, Whatever you want to call it. And all you really need to do is take a dark brown gel polish and you're just going to make dots kind of sporadically, not perfect, all over wherever you want the cheetah print to be. I'm doing kind of like a swoosh on the nail, is how I want to describe it. Next, what you're going to do to create this cheetah print design is take a small dotting tool and some black polish. I'm using a liner gel. I like the consistency of it more. And you're going to go around these brown blobs you made with the black, creating little semicircles around them. Some of them I do two on both sides, some of them I do just one, and this just really helps to finish off the design. Because if you look at cheetah print, that is what they have. They have the black little blobs around them. I also like to eventually go in and add some sporadic little black dots between the big blobs. This just helps it look more cohesive and natural, I find. I'm going in and painting the stems on the cherry. This can be quite hard to do if you don't have a lot of practice painting tiny details on nails. You can always take your brush with acetone and clean up any mistakes, or just wipe it off with acetone and try again. I'm now going in and painting the teddy bears. On this finger, I did accidentally make the teddy bear upside down. I meant to do the ears on the other side, and it really bugs me, and I'm sorry if it bugs you too. But these are just for myself, otherwise I would have redone it, but since I will be the one wearing them, most people don't notice that, and yeah, so that kind of is disappointing, but I can always remake this nail. I just did not have the time when making them to redo it. But I'm just making sure that this brown is nice and even and I get all the spots and I clean up around the edges to make sure it is as seamless as possible. I'm now just going to take this red liner gel and I'm going to paint it on top of the 3D cherries. This can be kind of tricky to do since it is a circle on top of the nail, so I just really took my time and made sure to get every last inch in this gorgeous bright cherry red color. The last step of this nail design is to add the faces to the little teddy bears. So I'm just taking a tiny dotting tool with a little bit of black polish and just dabbing that on for the eyes. This turned out really well actually. And then I'm taking a light pink color. It's actually the color I use for the French tip. I just thought it would be perfect. Putting a little dot for the nose and then to fill in the ears. And this is my current favorite top coat. It's just from Amazon. It's non-white. I don't know why I like it so much. It's just a thinner consistency. So I'm just going in and top coating all the nails to finish them off. This is always such a satisfying process because sometimes your nails can end up having bumps to them when you're putting like dots of polish on them. So watching them smooth out is so satisfying to me. So I'll let you guys enjoy this process. These are the finished nails. I love them so much. They are so cute. So these are the finished nails all packaged in this little cute container. hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something new. If you guys want to see more videos of me just doing fun designs like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I will see you guys next time. Bye!